Hey everyone, I'm Sumek Agarkar and welcome to Agak Media Academy. This is the 38th video in Blender tutorial series for beginners. So in the last tutorial we saw rigid body simulations, a basic simulation where a ball collided with the cubes. In this video we are going to recreate one of the most awesome 3D animations which has been given by um, Andrew Price, Blender Guru. And here I'm just going to show you his video. It's really just
In this
great.
video, I'm going to show you
This
how
is
you
what
can
we
have
are
some
going to
fun with the rigid
try to achieve, maybe not, may or may not be. So this video was posted in 2014. You can see that time the Blender version was also different, so there are not many changes that are being there, but there are a few changes which we can accommodate right here. So let's get into it. Let's start with a new file first of all, because this one was going bad. Okay, we want a plane, shift a plane, just grow the size of the plane. Okay, so I'm just fast forwarding what we have learned in the last tutorial. Okay, rigid body, we want it to be passive. Okay, we want it to be of type mesh. Okay, then we want a cube. Okay, grab z1, we're just going to decrease the size, scale 0.1. Okay, and we are going to give it a array modifier, and we are just going to give 1.02. I think it's good. 20 of them. One more array modifier, um, this time 0. Here we want 1.02 and 20 of them, and one more array modifier for the z, 0 here, 1.0, not 10.1.02, and again 20 of them. Cool. Now we go to this panel, rigid body, and we just keep it as it is. Okay, we're just going to change it to mesh, and everything else we are just going to keep as it is. Okay, in the array modifiers we are just going to apply and apply, and we saw that if there's some distancing we can just go to the edit mode and p to separate by loose parts. Okay, as soon as we do separate by loose parts, it will just hang up for a second to calculate every cube. Just give it some time. You are just fast forwarding every bit of it so that it just works. Waiting. So mathematically, can you calculate how many cubes are there? 20 times 20 times 20, right? Just calculate. I'm not 400 times 20, so there are 8,000 cubes. Really? 400, yeah, 20 times 20 times 20, right? So 4,000, 8,000 maybe, hopefully. So that's why it took a lot of time to calculate. Okay, so this is our cube, and of course we again saw that we need to go to the object mode and object set origin or origin to geometry, so that each one has its own geometry. So 8,000 objects or cubes will have their own geometries, and it would look like a real mess. Whatever might be the case, it's looking good. Okay, now we need to make the uh, chain, right? So add a torus, and where's the torus? Control Z, because I cannot see the torus. Grab Z right here. In 7 we just go to edit mode. In wireframe mode I have to just select half of it. Okay, just select half, something like this, and just grab it to one side. Okay, grab Y, something like that. So this looks like a chain to me right now. Okay, come here, and in the solid mode make it object set origin to geometry. Okay, now here itself we are just going to give it a rigid body simulation of some kind. rigid body active, mass of 5 kg would do, I think. And we want the shape to be of mesh shape. Okay, now as soon as we have done that, we are just going to shift D to duplicate it in y direction, maybe till here, and we're just going to rotate it in y direction by 90 degrees, not like that, in the bounding box method, or median point, rotate y 90. So we have just created a chain. Okay, now if we just select 1 and 2 and just shift duplicate it, shift D in y direction, and just put it around here, and just shift R to repeat 2 3 4 5. I think that would do. Just wait for it to work, because we already have this thing working on 8,000 cubes, and that's the reason it's taking so much longer. Okay, so once we have this, they should be having the rigid body simulations by themselves, because we have already added the rigid body simulations to it. Okay, now let's just select all of them, because we want to rotate it, don't want to keep it there. Okay, 3, we are just going to rotate it 90 degrees, like that. Just going to keep it right here. Okay, we are just going to scale it a little bit, because we don't want it to be so big, and we are just going to grab it Z and 1, so maybe something like this. And okay, so now it is done. I'm just going to select, okay, well, not done. Okay, I need to just move it out right to here, because it's going to work in a different way. I'm just selecting this object, and we need the cursor to be on selection. Okay, so shift S to get the cursor options, cursor to selected. Okay, something like that. Okay, now we are again going to select all the pins or all the clips, and we are just going to go to the 3D cursor point, and we are going to rotate it something like this. Okay, in X direction, let's say. Okay, something like this. Okay, so now we are just going to select the topmost uh, pin, topmost clip, and to here we are just going to make it, it is active, it is animated. We are just going to turn off dynamic, because we don't want the single one to fall. It should participate, but it should not be dynamic, so it won't fall. We just need to deselect the dynamic. Okay, and right out here we are just going to go to the edit mode and shift A, add a UV sphere right here. Okay, I don't know, right there. We just want the I want it to be of larger size. I'm just going to go for the individual or bounding box proportions, maybe of this shape. I want it here in 3. I want it to be here, but also rotated like so. Okay, okay, cool. And we are just going to increase the weight of this to something like 50 kgs, because I want the slinging shot to be of heavy size. We are just going to save the file, just because I think it might just crash. So I'm just going to save the file once. Inside here I just want a new folder. Let's call it rigid body sim, and the rigid body sim, I want here it to be named rigid body sim. Okay, just enter, just save the file. because I think during the animation it might just lag. So for that matter, I did that. And let's just play and hope for the best. Okay, so let's play and let's hope for the best. The blender has of course crashed, and that was exactly what I was expecting to happen. I think because the number of cubes is too high, I think I should just decrease the number of cubes, and I think that's the only reason this is crashing. I'm not sure though. 8,000 cubes are too many, I think. I think 1,000 would do. Is it exploding? Oh man, they should not explode. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's not working. I'm just going to um yeah, it has crashed completely. So I hope we are back again here, right? Just um I think the number of cubes is too high, and we need to delete all those cubes and get things done again. 8,000 cubes is too much of it, I think, and that's why the problem. I think 1,000 would do the job, or maybe less. One. Let's go to wireframe mode, select all of them, and delete. Let's hope that it gets deleted. Five, four, three, two, one. I thought this would be a very fast tutorial, but I did not know it would take so much longer to just get the basics right. Let's hope for the best. Let's get it deleted. 8,000 cubes are there, and deleting all of them is going to be really very costly, computer computationally intensive task. So let's just wait till it's deleted. So now you understood why I am skeptical of doing animations on my laptop. It just crashes. The processor is not that fast, though it is Intel Core i5 8th gen, and I have an Nvidia graphics card of 2 GB in 940 MX or something, and there are other things as well. But now you can see why I'm very always skeptical of not um, doing the animations around here. Okay? Let's just add a cube, mesh, cube, grab Z1, and let's scale it by 0.5 only this time. Okay, we're just going to add a array modifier of 5 by 5 by 5 cube, because I think it won't work. 1.02. Okay, and one more array modifier of 1.02 at count of 5, and one more modifier array for z direction 1.02 at count of, come on, 5. Okay, then let's go to the rigid body simulations. In the rigid body we keep it here in, okay, and we are not going to make any changes to it, just going to keep it as it is. Okay, array, apply the array. Then we go to edit mode and P for separate by loose parts. Okay, cool. And then we go to the object mode and set origin to geometry. Okay, yeah, so it might just work this time. Let's try it out. Let's save this and let's play this. Oh, it's working, but the sling is not that great. Okay, so we have figured out the problem, and what we need to do is just you know increase the size. There is some gapping between the clips which we did not see. I think this should do the job. Let's play it and let's see what happens this time. Boom. Yes, it's working. Except we can have it a little bit lower as well. Okay, play. Doosh. Wow. Okay. One more thing that I want to try out is um, just select this, shift S, cursor to selected, select everything, rotate something like this. Okay, I just want it to fall by a force. That's why I just increase the angle. Okay, and let's just play it. Zoop. Boom. Wow, that was really really great. I think I can just increase the weight of this last one. uh, let's make it something like 100 kgs or so. Let's see what happens. I'm just interested to know what happens. 100 kgs. This time it comes down very fast. Oh, the chain breaks. Wow, the chain breaks. This is real stuff of animation. If the weight is high, the chain just breaks, and it's really really so realistic, and I'm so happy to see this kind of small things being worked out. Wow, that's just really great. And boom, that is exactly what we wanted, and that is exactly what we got. So we successfully rendered out the animation from Blender Guru, and I'm so happy to have this working on my computer. Of course, I'm not going to save it. Maybe I'll just render it out inside of rendering. I don't know. I just might render this out because it looks so awesome. um, I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy. So that is it for this video. I hope you learned a lot from this video. I'm just going to post a complete animation of this video on my YouTube channel very soon. So in 2 days of this video, you'll see the complete animation of this exact simulation. I'm just happy, very, very, very happy with this animation. So I'm just wow. I did something. I can do great stuff online. So that is it for this video. I think we have almost completed everything inside of physics simulation tab. The only thing that is remaining right now is soft body simulation. So if a bouncy ball or a sponge or a slime just falls down, how it should be working, how it should look. That is what we are going to look at in the next video. So I hope you learned a lot from this video, and even I'm impressed with the kind of skills that I have. Wow. But yeah, so see you in the next video. Till then, keep smiling and keep learning.